Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Double Advantage, a D&D podcast where half of us have no idea what's going on at any given moment. It's complete and utter chaos, but guess what? We love it. I am your Dungeon Master, John, and along with me are my beautiful friends like always, and let's go ahead and get them introduced, starting with Blazing Torchic.
Hello everybody, my name is Blazing Torchic, and in this game of Double Advantage, I play Malon Sakato, the male wood elf rogue who has psychic knives which do no bleeding. So I basically just finish people off, do tons of damage, and have two voices which I can never get the hang of.
Hey, that's what happens when you choose to pull a new voice out of thin air. Well, not out of thin air, but like it's hard to go back and forth between them. But
Dual-wielding voices.
Anyway, go ahead and check him out. All his links are in the description. Up next, we got BryceKrispie.
What's up, guys? BryceKrispie94 here, and I play Volstagg, the half-orc druid. You can catch me changing into all sorts of little critters and big critters in the Double Advantage podcast, so definitely check out the past episodes to see what I've shaped into.
Hell yeah, there's some pretty interesting stuff. He's also getting into more D&D stuff on his channel, doing some mini mystery pack openings, which are banging videos, so go check them out if you enjoy little mystery unboxings. You just did a cool little Magic the Gathering D&D unboxing.
I did. And I had no idea what anything meant, but I was like, I know that thing. It's from D&D. This is cool.
It was really cool. You got a lot of druid stuff, which felt nice. And he actually pulled, I think, 2 separate Soul Knife cards, which was very interesting. So, some Sakato references there. But yeah, he's also painting a Wolfstagg mini. For those of you who don't know, I might throw the progress on the screen for what he has so far. So, bwop, there it is, if you're interested. And yeah, go ahead and check out all his links, doing some cool stuff, and a lot of other stuff in the works as well. And last but certainly not least, we have Datsunami.
Hey, yo! What is going on, you guys? Yeah, I'm Arias Scald. I'm the cleric of the group. I like to keep these boys healthy, keep them alive, but I also like to do some radiant damage with my nice, guiding bolt or scorching ray, stuff like that. But I am a PokeTuber as Datsunami, and got some stuff going on my end where I just started a Extreme Y randomizer Nuzlocke over on my Twitch, and I got Pixelmon with a Tasty Penguin over on my YouTube. So
hell yeah,
self-plug.
Hell yeah, all the links are in the description. Fucking this whole thing is a self-plug pretty much, and I love it for that because it's with the boys, the homies. So yeah, all their links down below. If you're watching on YouTube, the Spotify and Apple Podcast links are down there. And go check out the lads, dog. If you're not, what are you doing? Come on. So also down in the description is going to be the links to the 2 artists of the show, Renny, Texas, and Mitch Ninja. So go ahead and support them. Without them, this show would not be possible. So go send them some love and support. They are amazing. And last but certainly not least, our continued collaboration with the lovebracelet.org, helping to fight against domestic violence. Go ahead and buy yourselves a bracelet using coupon code ADVANTAGEDOUBLE for 30% off your purchase. And go ahead and send us a picture if you grab one, because we would love to show the support. We'll retweet it and whatnot. But yeah, without further ado, and by golly, I lost all my breath. Is there any other announcements before we get started?
Nope.
Alrighty then. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the next episode. Episode 20! Holy fuck. Episode 20. I'll put some horns, or maybe I'll forget. I don't know. Welcome to episode 20 of Double Advantage. In the last series of episodes, our adventurers made their way through hell and back, fighting through the treacherous cult in the city of Ataro, making their way through the ocean, killing some Sahuagins on the open ocean on Sakato's birthday. Quick little birthday present. Getting some cool little merchandise from a trading vessel, and then finally landing in this port city / more of a town of Port Tinsley, where they shoveled shit for a cart and some horses. They had some drinks, played some blackjack, had a grand old time, when Sakato noticed a gentleman in a bar giving him a little bit of a stare down, and quickly initiated psychic whispers with him to find out that this person was from his past, and wanted to meet him down at the docks, where an exchange was made, an ultimatum was set down, and a payment was made to keep Sakudo's presence on the low, as he was currently a wanted man, for whatever reasons those may be. He paid that guy off, walked away, and now we have a new journey ahead of us as you three wake up the next morning, ready to go about your days on the road, as you are now traveling to the city of Zota, where Buksabi, the Tabaxi bartender's sister, currently dwells. So as you wake up in the morning, what do you do as your morning rituals to get ready for the day?
Well, probably wake up, feed the turtle, head down. We're in like an inn, right?
Yeah, you're in Mitchell's Tavern from
That's right.
the
Yeah.
last time,
Okay.
where you won a fair sum of money from some dwarves that were playing blackjack.
Yeah. I'll probably just head down and get quick breakfast.
Okay.
Wait on the others to wake up.
Sounds good. A barmaid comes over and says, "Good morning, dear. What can I get for you?"
What do you got?
Well, we have some farm fresh eggs. We have a general assortment of meats. Steamed vegetables, squash, zucchini, anything really you can think of. I'm sure we can muster.
Eggs and veggies will do just fine.
Sounds good. Alrighty. And she goes ahead and she pulls out a little notepad and writes it down with a little quill. She closes it. Anything to drink?
Water.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be back. She goes ahead and walks back. And so as you're sitting there, Sakuro, how do you wake up? As you can recall, you did have trouble staying through your meditative state. You did have a nightmare of sorts, but were eventually able to doze back off. I mean, not doze, but get back into that, more meditative state, and eventually kind of open your eyes, breathe some air into your chest. And what would you like to do?
I just gather my surroundings, and then I get all my stuff ready, like don my armor, make sure I can still use my psychic blade, and then I head downstairs and also grab some breakfast.
Alrighty, you go ahead and you try to summon your psychic blades, and they do form. They are back to the color that they were. You recall that when you were out in the docks, they were almost a black color filled with your rage and anger. But now that you've, rested it off, they're back to their standard crimson color that they've always been. Well, always been as long as you've had them these past few weeks. You go ahead and you head downstairs. You see Volstagg sitting at a table. And the barmaid comes up and asks for your food order as well.
What do you have here again?
Farm fresh eggs, meats, steamed vegetables. We even have, different breads, whatever, wheat bread, white bread.
I'll have some eggs and white bread, please.
Okay. Sounds good. Water as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. And she goes ahead and she writes that down and goes back. And the two of you are just kind of sitting there, if you wish to chat.
I'm just poking my... I'm just trying to avoid eye contact with Volstagg, because I'm being a bit awkward, just after what happened last night.
Alright.
I'll just kind of eat quietly, stare at him.
Okay. Alright, you go ahead and you stare at him. And Scald, you begin to wake up, the sunlight kind of hitting your face, like a gentle touch waking you up in the morning. And what would you like to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, feeling a clearly sexual tension down below. I'm gonna obviously just the sun coming in, the warm feeling on feels. It's what wakes me up. Probably had woke up before them. I was just sitting in the room praying in the morning, asking for a little bit of guidance on just because I'm traveling with these people. They've been good allies, but do I really know them? Especially after finding these things out last night. It was a tough realization, but I just, sit there praying for guidance on what to do going forward, and just putting my stuff together and picking my spells for the day that seem like I'm going to need, which have been the usual same old for now. I haven't found anything else, but I just start to head downstairs and see them just staring at each other.
Yeah, you you finish your prayers, and after you're done, you finish picking your spells. You feel a gentle, radiant warmth flow through your chest, and then it slowly dissipates. And then you see this really awkward not sexual tension, but pretty much.
I know. I put it in the air.
Yeah. Oh man, people are gonna freaking ship this. Anyway, you see the very visible tension going on as you walk downstairs.
Yeah. And I'll come between them and boys, you've beat me down here. Wow. So plan for the day. Did we wanted to go talk to Buksabi's sister today, and then we are traveling to your home after we go there, correct? Just trying to break the ice.
I believe that's still the plan.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring it, but what are we? Sakudo, do you want to do anything specific yourself, or is that the plan still?
Well, for the moment, I guess I'll stick with you guys, but as we get closer to, or as we just move around this place, I'm going to have to be pretty hidden as to not attract trouble.
Okay, so maybe today we figure out a way to disguise you moving forward. Yeah. I don't have any spells that will help, but maybe an actual physical disguise might be the play.
Simple mask of sorts that covers my face should be enough, really.
But a mask... See, the problem with a mask is some places will ask you to remove that mask.
Oh my fucking god. No, you didn't. That was beautiful. You know what? I don't do this often. I'm giving you inspiration for that.
Oh,
that was fucking... That was hats off, dude.
Oh, no.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. I'm sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt that beautiful moment.
No, it's good. It's good. Well,
so I'm thinking, if there's any type of, out of game, I don't think fucking prosthetics have become a thing, have they?
I mean, probably. I mean, there's probably like substitutes, but not like full-blown prosthetics.
Yeah. Well, something to look
Actually,
into.
you know what? All of you. Okay, how many of you are proficient in history?
Nope. Nope.
None of you?
None of us. None of us.
See, this is. I'm trying to make an interesting call here, but I don't necessarily know how to do it. Okay, this is just a general question, and you can be honest with me. How many books do you think each of your characters have read? How often do you think you would have been an actual book reader, like recreational and not like forced to read books?
I'm only trained in Arcana and Religion, so I'd be more on the religious and spell type books.
Okay.
But I do have the +3 intelligence in general, so I feel like that is from obviously book reading and some type of You know, meta
All
a
right.
little bit,
A
meta.
little meta.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say Sakado's read about 4 or 5 books.
Okay.
4 or 5 in his life.
Honestly, that
That's
tracks.
like me in real life.
Yeah, right. That tracks.
Dedicated to his training.
And so, what about you, Volstagg?
Probably like 0. I feel like everything he's kind of like learned is from like real world experience.
Hands on. Okay. I'm sure you
Yeah,
would have
considering
a few books, but maybe not read them all the way through.
right.
Like kind of
And
just
this is
skimmed
why
through
I
books.
have -1 charisma.
You fucking nerd. You're a nerd.
Nerd.
Okay. You know what?
But not that anybody that is smart is a nerd. That is
Hey,
not
yeah.
what we are saying.
That's not what we're saying. Okay. You're proficient in Arcana.
Very wise.
You're proficient in
What was that?
Arcana.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Arcana,
make-
religion.
Go ahead and make
Yeah.
me an Arcana check.
Yeah, that's a 25.
Oh my god, natural 19. As you're talking about this, as you're trying to figure out, you do know that there is a spell called Disguise Self. You know that there are multiple spells in which there are body transmogrification type spells, some that can alter physical forms, stuff like Volstagg's Wild Shape, things that can just alter the visual appearance but not necessarily the actual form. And you do know that while they're not like they're magical, so it's not like they're easy to come by, there are articles of clothing that can allow an individual to access illusion-like spells like that.
That's okay.
With a 25, you would know that there are out there somewhere, so you just have to find someone who might be selling it, items of disguise.
Yes. Okay, and that's literally so like this guy's. I'm like, okay, well, not so. Yeah, physically, actually altering it, other than actually, cutting into your face. Let's not do that.
No.
Okay, we can go for the spell aspect without us needing to know the spells. There are items or other people out there that might even be able to give us maybe even scrolls of it. I don't know. Let's poke around for that. I think that's going to be in our best interest, Sakudo.
Yeah. Anything that makes it easier.
Yeah. And if they have the ability to drop that illusion, then crap. Well, that's just whatever.
So good.
All right. So yeah, I guess that should be first on the list today. Let's start perusing for any type of magic shop or knowledge of a magic shop, I guess would be the first play.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and try to search for a magic shop. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and this would be, I guess this would be investigation because you're actively searching for it. I think that's the way that I would go ahead and rule that. So I would say either all of you could, or you could give somebody advantage.
All right. Yeah, I will lead the investigation if you guys don't mind. If somebody wants to
give you
like
advantage.
look
I can
over my
assist him.
shoulder and help me, because I'm figuring I'm gonna, if at the very least I can't find one, I want to ask a few people around if there's in like a bigger city in the surrounding areas if they've heard of one, or know of anybody that's recently purchased a magic item, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's probably how I'd go about it.
Okay. So honestly, with that, that's relatively easy. Like physically going up and like asking people like, hey, I need help finding whatever. Can you help me? After a couple of people, you do come in contact with a couple pricks who tell you to piss off.
Of course.
Some, not really being able to help you, not necessarily knowing the answer to your question. But after, like 15 minutes of just walking through like the marketplace you were in yesterday, you eventually find an individual who is in a like a not like a shack, but like how you went up to that gem guy, the jeweler. It's kind of like
Right.
it's like a what's it called? Like that they have at mall, a kiosk. It's like a kiosk
Yeah,
kind
like a
of
little tent,
situation.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a little tent, has a little, bunch of little tables with some stuff on it. And you see this kooky looking old lady. Like I'm talking like the frizzled, like your stereotypical like witch, but no green. It's just like, a pale human woman with really curly, like long, like down to like her like mid like back. And you see her currently flipping through a book with her tongue like half out, kind of like reading. And they all pointed to her.
Okay. And I'll, do you guys want to come in or?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, just wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to woo this lady. I'm just kidding. That's not gonna happen.
With that charisma?
Hell no. All right, but I will enter and just kind of see if one of her two eyes are making eye contact with me at any point.
Okay.
I don't know where they're pointed.
They're both pointed at the book. It's not like
right.
one's looking at you while the other is currently reading a book.
Yeah, you never know.
And as you walk in, she kind of looks up. She goes, closes it, and she like sits up, a lot taller than you were expecting, and is like, welcome. How are you doing?
Good read there, huh?
Yeah, yes, very interesting.
Oh, well, I one of knowledge myself, as a matter of fact. But I was just hoping that I was asking around town, and you seem to be a purveyor of magical aspects. I'm in the market for something specific.
Ah, yes, I love when people come in knowing what they want.
Well, will be glad to look around your area and see what else you have by chance after. But I'm hoping, do you have some type of disguising illusion item or ability to cast that type of magic? More of a disguise.
Disguise. Are you looking for scrolls? Or are you looking for items?
An item would be preferable, but a scroll, if you one or two of those, preferably two or three. But an item would be preferable.
I definitely have scrolls, but I can check in the back, see if I have anything that fits your fancy. Well, you give me just one moment, have a look around.
Of course.
And she goes ahead and she stands up and begins to walk, kind of like a robe, like it's not like ratty or anything. And you can see that she's barefoot. I mean, this is like her like abode kind of. So she's not really trying to dress up for anybody. But she walks into a little back area, kind of like behind everything, and starts rummaging through boxes. And you guys are just kind of standing in this little area. Some interesting stuff just kind of spattered about, kind of like what you guys were looking through when you were in Ataro still, just kind of a lot of trinkets and such.
If I do a detect magic while she's
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll cast that, and if anything really pops on me.
You go ahead and you light it up. You guys watch as Scald's eyes kind of flash for a minute. And right now there's a few things in the back that she's rummaging with. They seem to be off for a reason. Like kind of like made to order type of thing, where like if you ask for it, she'll go find it. But there's an assortment of stuff over there. Very minor enchantments, but you do in this like kind of hodgepodge of just stuff, kind of like the really shitty movie bins in like Walmart. It's like that. And you dig through, and there is a pretty fairly like an energy that it's radiating off is fairly strong. And you go ahead and you dig through it, and it is a bag. It just looks like a knapsack type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's giving off. Let me see. Actually, I don't know what. Let me see. Here.
Does this bag look like it would be able to hold a lot of things?
You get the sense that yes, it is enchantment based. It matches all of the criteria for a bag of holding.
Yes, indubitably. All right, well, hold on here. I'm fucking broke.
You did buy a 300 GP diamond.
I did.
You just got money?
I won some money.
How much do you have?
Not much. Still.
Didn't
Yeah.
think about this part.
You pull
We
it
need
out,
money
and
to
it's
buy things.
yeah. You need money. You guys need to take on some quests or something. It's a relatively like decently sized bag. It's not like a pouch or anything like a gold pouch. It's like a full on like bag. You could like sling it over your shoulder. You could probably wear it as like a backpack, but like a drawstring bag type of situation. If you guys know what a drawstring bag is, I'm pretty sure those are in the UK.
Yeah.
But yeah. And it's like a brown gray tint to it. Very neutral colors.
Well, I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna leave it there and just keep a mental note.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna all right. Hold on. How much money do you guys have left over from the like
Carriage.
bunch of platinum we got?
I still have 493 gold.
Okay. All right.
What about 215 gold?
Wow. All right, because
You guys should
No.
really gamble with dwarves more.
it's starting to seem like a good thing to do. Apparently,
Seems very
around here.
profitable.
Right? Like, why am I always sitting on the sidelines for these things? Moral compass. All right. Because I got 96.
Oh.
Yeah. So, depending on how much this thing is, yeah, I'm not going to be able to help that much. But maybe I could get her to drop the price a little. Who knows?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I'll just wait for her.
All right, and eventually, as you guys are conspiring to knock some money off of the price, she comes back with a small like chest, probably like no bigger than like a laundry basket type of situation. And she goes ahead and she opens it. And she's like, all right, this is okay. Let's see here, disguise. And she's like pulling shit out that she doesn't like and throwing it over her shoulder. Like, no, this won't do. No, not this either. Who might this be for, if I may inquire?
Well, it is for a friend of mine.
What is their build, may I ask? Are they on the bigger side, the skinnier side?
I'm gonna look over at Sakuda, just kind of side eye. He's like scrawny, right?
He's a half orc. Is he full?
Full
elf.
So tall, scrawny.
Yeah, it's 6 foot. Not a lot of muscle. Like kind of thinnish.
Okay. I'm trying to make it as like least obvious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
you.
She's like deep in the chest, like she's not paying attention to where you're looking.
But what were you gonna say, Volstagg?
Tiny. Because Volstagg towers over him.
Yeah,
okay.
Volstagg's
That's-
huge, bro. Volstagg's like 6 something, right?
Yeah, I'm almost 7, I think.
Yeah, you're a half orc. But yeah, I was just going to
6'5", yeah.
just he's a high elf that I know back in my hometown. He's in a bit of trouble with a rival. Well, not a rival, but a gang that is out for him in my town, and he needs to go into hiding. So we're hoping to get him to safety.
Ooh, that sounds juicy.
Yes.
Well, okay, so skinnier build elf. Okay, I can. All right. Well, we have these two, and she lifts them out, and she places down a like, technically just like your stereotypical like wizard hat, kind of like the hat of sorting from Harry Potter. It's kind of droopy. And then she puts down a pair of boots as well, and so she says, "These will probably be your best options. So." Take your pick.
And both of them are pinging my detect magic.
Both of them are pinging the detect magic. Both are illusion based.
Okay. So, Sakura, which do you think that our friend would like more? Having a pair of boots or a new hat?
Boots.
Okay, boots it is.
Okay, yes, the boots. Yes, the boots of disguise. Yes, good choice. These will run about 85 gold.
What? Yeah. Okay. Well, you see, since this is of such urgency, could I maybe bother you to take a little bit off, and I will let them know where I got this amazing item from.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check. Since you mentioned like directly that you were gonna like try to help promote the store, I'll give you advantage on it. Just to see if you can do it.
I mean, this is the cheapest magic item I've ever bought, so hell yes.
Wasn't expecting 85.
Well, that's about right.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 5 for those that can't see.
Well, I'm doing fairly well, so I appreciate it, but I think the price will stand.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, 85. That's pretty reasonable. Zakudo, he loaned you the money, or did Volstagg have that, or did we all get a little bit of the money? I can't remember.
He gave me the money.
Okay. Just wasn't sure. Yes, my friend here will take care of it.
Thank you. And she goes ahead and once, I'm assuming you pay her. Once you pay her, she slides the boots over and she accepts the coin. She says, thank you. If there's anything else you might need, feel free.
How, just out of curiosity, how much is that bag over there?
Bag. That is very useful. I don't know. That's gonna be hard to part with. Maybe 200 gold.
200. That is not too bad. This would be very nice for us. But we can get back to you on this one.
Yes, of course.
We can discuss that, because that would be for us personally, so I would have to.
Very good for adventurers.
Yes. As to not discuss it in front of you, I would, we'll go back to it.
Yes, of course.
But I appreciate this very much, and we will, like I said, we might be back.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I do have a question before we leave.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking for a staff, or someone who can make me a staff.
A staff? What kind of staff are you looking for?
It's a staff I've learned through studies that helps personify my druidic powers.
Very interesting. Now, I focus heavily more on the arcane aspect and less on the druidic forms of magic, but if you wish to learn more, actually, there's a very well-renowned mage in the city of Snowcaster. If you can find a way to talk to him, he might know some of these things more than I.
Thank you. That information is very helpful.
Of course, of course. And she goes back to reading her book as you guys are just kind of standing there, free to do whatever you wish at this point.
Well, we have the boots.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we try them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Sakato, why don't you test them?
Yeah, sure. I'll try them out.
Do you just try them out, like, in front of her? Or do you, like, go outside first?
We'll go outside first. Well, I
Okay.
will. Don't know if you guys follow.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Okay. So you go ahead and you start taking off your boots, and you put them on, and you feel the magical aura inside of them, but you feel as if you need to take a moment with them before they will take effect. They do require attunement. So
Okay.
it'll take about, I think is it 30 minutes or an hour?
Hour.
Okay, so it'll take an hour for you to fully have them like turn into what you need.
Okay.
So do you guys start heading back on you start getting on the road? What do you guys do?
Yeah, because we had gotten that cart and stuff.
You did, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got that.
Probably need to go pick that up.
It's currently with the
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farms stable
Pepperidge
house.
Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So if you wish to go back and get those, you can.
All right, yeah, we definitely got to,
Yeah.
because that'll make the travel smoother.
Okay.
Walking the whole way.
He goes ahead, and the old man, he says, yes, I remember you. All right, well, I got your cart nice and oiled up, ready to go. I got a bunch of horses. You can go ahead and pick your favorite.
We get how many horses?
Yeah, you get 2.
Okay. Just so
There's
let's
okay.
hear some horse descriptions.
All right, I got you guys. Ready? Here we go. This is going to be so intricate. There's a black one, a brown one, a gray one, and an orange one. Like an orange-brown.
Orange.
Like a rust
Orange
color.
brown.
It's like a rust color. It's not orange, but it's like rust.
I want the rust one.
All right. Gald, any horses tickle your fancy?
I mean, I was hoping you would have a good understanding of which was our best options here. Strongest
Ooh.
horse,
yeah. Can I
Our
make an
best.
animal handling check to like check out the horses?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
All right. 15.
That's pretty good. Okay. You go ahead and you kind of walk up to them, offer them a little bit of food, and they let you pet them, and you feel their build and stuff like that. You kind of look at, like, examine them, like, get a really deep understanding of these horses. You can deduce that they're all relatively similar in breed, but the more rust-colored one and the gray one are the best. In terms of, they look like they have more stamina. They seem more in shape than the other 2.
I'll signal to the. What is he? Is he a farmer?
He's like a stable owner. He's the establishment
He's
owner.
like an Amish man.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
sure.
getting-
Yeah, like an Amish
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I'll
just an old
signal to
man.
the stable
Ah.
guy and point to the rust color and the gray.
Ah,
We'd like
yes.
these 2.
Of course. I'll get those for you right now. And goes ahead and opens the stables, begins to hitch them up, puts some saddles on them in case you want to ride them, and says, well, you can be on your way now. That's all I needed to do.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. And you now have 2 horses in your possession, both of which you are free to name. So, giving you that freedom right there, which is already a liability, but you know.
Oh, these things are gonna die either later this episode or
We are not letting them die.
oh, they're dead. They're doomed.
We are not letting them die.
Their
Right.
fates have been sealed once we bought them.
You actually
I'm
turn
in
around
love
and they're
with this
dead.
rust one.
You actually turn around and they're dead.
They're just already dead.
Yeah, he's already gone.
We just bought them.
No. All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys name them.
Goldrick's on the rust one.
Okay, I figured.
Dodger.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Dodger.
Dodger, keep track of that so that when he dies later, it's fun. I'm joking.
I stood.
I don't die.
Look it over. This is the gray one, right?
Yeah, you got a gray horse.
Is it all gray? Any like defining traits on it?
Roll me a d6.
D6. Okay. Alright. Roll. Got a 5.
It's got a little white stripe on its nose.
Okay. Is it male or female?
This one would be a female,
Okay.
and Dodger would be a male.
We can make baby horses.
Oh,
We
no.
can breed them.
Welcome to D&D Horse Breeding Simulator.
Oh. I'm going to call it. Wow, naming a horse is hard.
Think on it. We'll let you name it, and we'll let's get going. You know.
Yeah, you guys can get on the road, and you can let that simmer for a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. When the name comes to you, you'll know. You know?
It'll be dead by
It will.
And
On
I'll
its
be-
gravestone, you'll be like, "I finally named you." Cheese.
No, its name's Cheese. It's Cheese. It's a gray horse. That's it. It's a gray horse named Cheese.
All right, and now in tow with the gray horse Cheese and the rust horse Dodger, you begin to make your way out of the city, and into the outskirts and the wilderness. This is like the first time in a while that you guys have actually traversed outside of a city or a town. The last time would have been probably when you were escorting Juniper back to the city of Coastline. So it's been quite some time since you've actually been like out and about. And so you begin to make your way further and further from the city, and you start making your way deeper and deeper into Kimball Valley, which is a very sort of hilly in some areas, mostly flat in some others. It's got its own little trade passage. You know, the cities of Zota, Port Tinsley, Rosethal, they all have trade routes connected to one another. So there's paths that have been, you know, etched out for safety, that allow you to make travel easier through everything. And you guys go ahead and you guys start making your way through. So this will be the day's worth of the travel. Somebody just roll me a d6 to determine, you know, how the horses fare, how you guys fare, and who's driving. Also, too, is an excellent question.
I would say the person with the best animal handling. Looks at
So
Volstagg.
Volstagg. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Volstagg. Okay, so like I'll reiterate because I said it last time. There are 2 horses. Both are rideable. There is like a front seat type situation where somebody would sit to hold the reins, and then there's an entire like back. It is a wagon. So where would each of you be in this scenario? Obviously, Volstagg would be driving them.
Yeah, he'd be in the front holding the reins. Am I able to like look back and see them, or is it?
Yeah, there's
covered?
like a not a porthole, but there's like a little sliding thing that kind of like can slide
Okay.
and
Are
unslide.
we in like an Oregon Trail looking?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Fucking
Okay,
park thing
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Living the
All right.
dream, you know.
Let's go.
So there is that happening.
Nah, I'd just be sitting in the back.
Okay. Over a period of time, while you guys are on the road, Sakuro, you're kind of just sitting around, and you feel like this kind of pulse in your feet, that kind of rushes through your entire body and then kind of like melds into your what's it called? Like into your bloodstream, and then it dissipates, and you feel that the boots have attuned.
Let's go. Got ourselves some magic boots.
So you, I'll add it to your sheet later, but you do now have the boots of disguise. That can basically, it's like a hat of disguise for those who are curious, except they're boots. You can pretty much cast disguise self at will.
Okay.
Whenever you want, however many times a day you want.
Oh,
So, yep,
that's useful.
it's infinite.
Is that just like curious? Is that concentration or is that just like?
I believe disguise self is a concentration spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So
I'd assume so.
if he does take damage, thankfully though you don't cast other spells, so like
Right.
it's not like you have to hold
Yeah, that's
concentration on
great for
something
him.
else.
Let me just...
It's actually no, it's not.
No. Wow.
What?
No, it's not. It
Well-
just lasts an hour.
It lasts an hour, so you can. So
Okay,
even if
sweet.
you did have other spells, you could focus on it. But yeah, it is. Yeah. So you can make yourself, including your clothing, armor, or weapons, and other belongings on your persona or on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or 1 foot taller. You can appear thin, fat, or in between, but you can't change your body type. So it has to be some, you can't have like multiple arms or multiple legs or stuff like that.
Okay.
But you can be other races. It'll be difficult for you to be like a halfling because you can only make yourself a foot smaller. So you'd be like a 5 foot something halfling, which is fucking hilarious. But other than that, you can pretty much whatever details you want is up to you. You can do it. It can literally be as simple as you just change your hair color.
Oh, okay.
Like it could be something simple, or it could be like I am now a dragonborn, but it's illusion only.
Okay.
So yeah, like if you turn into like a dragonborn and you become a foot taller than you normally are, if like Sakura, or if you try to like touch the top of your head, you're actually like touching the dragonborn's like mouth. It's like all illusion.
Oh.
It's not real. So like somebody could
Okay,
punch through it.
Have to be careful with that.
Yeah. So yeah, you do feel that as you guys are riding through if you want to test it.
So, is there like a cooldown after I use it? Or I can just cast it instantly after the hour's up?
From what I understand, you don't even have to wait for it to be up. Like you can just
so I
like
can just be constantly
like,
casting
yeah, you
it.
can like override it. I'm pretty sure. Like if you, let's say you change yourself to a dragonborn, you're like, oh shit, I want to be a dragon. I want to be a blue dragonborn instead. You just like change it. It's like all at will. Is from what I'm
Okay.
understanding, because it says while wearing these boots, you can use an action to cast the disguise self spell at will. The spell ends if the boots are removed.
Okay.
So yeah, I you can just fucking, you can like constantly change. You can make yourself like rainbows if you want. It's like changing every second.
Oh, the Rave Elf.
So you have those now, whenever you wish to use them, and eventually, it becomes nighttime. You begin to travel, and it's more like dusk. It's the sun. The sun starts setting, and you can either keep going through the night, or you can try to bed down.
I mean,
Go ahead.
probably try to bed down.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can like sleep in the cart, right? You said there was enough room.
Yeah, you could totally sleep in the cart. It'll be a little bunched up for the three of you, but it's not like crazy. You're not like up against one another.
Right. I kind of figured it'd be like take turns. Like one of us would keep watch, and then
Yeah, no,
two
definitely,
sleep, and then
definitely two people
trade
could
out.
sleep at their comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you guys go ahead. You guys just pull over on the path.
Yeah. I mean, kind of look for a nice spot to bed down.
Okay.
So, a spot where the horses, could get tied to the trees so they could walk a bit.
You kind of are in this. The path kind of intertwines through like a foresty area a little bit. It's not like full on forest. But you do see Volstagg, especially with your passive perception as you've been driving the cart. Eventually, it does look like the path does go through the forest a little bit. Because you can see, you know, about a mile off, eventually it turns into like kind of just a denser forest. But you do bed down for the night. And who's going to go ahead and start taking some watch is...
I can take the first watch.
Okay.
Unless you want to, Scald. So, I'll take the first watch, and who wants second?
I'll take second.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll take second.
Yep. And then I'll take third.
All right, cool. So, Volstagg, go ahead and make me a perception check as you take your watch. 10. Okay. As you're sitting down, kind of looking up at the moon, it's very bright tonight. Not a full moon, but you've always kind of had this kinship with the moon. You know, it brings a feeling of warmth, home, and you kind of just are just dozing in your own mind. You don't doze asleep, but you're kind of just like lost in your own train of thought. You every so often kind of tilting your head at, you know, a snapped twig or something, but nothing happens during your watch. You know, Scheller is kind of just crawling around. You know, you feed him a little bit, but nothing happens. So with that, you go ahead and you wake up the next person for their watch.
Sakado, you're up. I kind of tap him on the foot.
Already. Just get up and get ready for the watch.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check for your watch.
Okay. Here we go. 6.
Okay. You wake up and you're like, oh god, and you come back down. I mean, you don't doze off because you don't sleep, but like you hear like a very gentle like breeze rush through the trees, and it's very calming, and you kind of sit against a tree and begin to like slowly enter a meditative state, and then you like shake out of it and you're like, oh shit, and you don't know if anything happened. You kind of zoned out hard, but it is now Scald's turn for you to wake him up.
Okay, and I just voice. Sorry. I just nudge him with my foot.
Callbacks.
Yeah, right.
to when you fucking booted him.
Yeah, when I kicked him to wake him up.
I never forget.
Yeah, deserve that one. I see you with the long-term storytelling there. All right. Cool. Let me just pop off one of these.
Yeah,
I get advantage on perception.
Your perception check with advantage.
Let's go.
Please roll 2 nat ones. That'd be hilarious.
I'm in 16.
16. Okay. You keep a very watchful eye out. You know that you're not going to be going back to bed because you're the final watch. But so you pretty much just fully wake up, you know, pick spells for the day while continuously looking around. And eventually, because of how the sleeping works for elves, Sakuro is just, you know, in his trance for about an hour, maybe an hour and 30 minutes before he is fully awake. And you two are now just sitting there as you wait for Volstagg to wake up.
Just in the back sawing logs.
All right. Well, well, today's at least a day, and hey, get to have you decided what you're gonna disguise yourself as?
I was thinking simple is best. When that guy noticed me, he said my eyes were a big giveaway, so just probably like shave off the ears and different colored eyes, maybe a slightly different structured face, but other than that, nothing too much, really.
All right. Okay. I just wanted you to start start visualizing it. Start figuring it out, and maybe start practicing with it.
Yeah.
And after a
All right,
time,
and then just
Yeah.
wake his lazy ass up.
yeah, Volstagg eventually will wake up.
I was asleep. I'm sorry. Resting well. The cart's
Good.
awful.
You were comfortable. Well,
I'm used to sleeping on the ground.
to each his own. Fair.
And eventually you guys go ahead and you start getting ready for the day, have a couple of your rations. If you guys made a fire, put it out. And you begin to head back onto the path for the second day's journey. You guys know that this will probably take about a week, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending. Probably more like 8 days. And so you guys go ahead and you start making your way. So whoever's driving the horses, go ahead and make me an animal handling check to make sure that you are doing well with that. And whoever wants to be keeping an eye out, make a perception check.
Got a 23 on my animal handling check.
23 on the animal handling check. You do begin to make good pace. You get the horses in a nice groove, a nice rhythm. They, like you deduced, they have some pretty good stamina that allows them to continue a relatively fast pace whilst not wearing them down too heavily. And Scald went ahead and got... Oh no, that's a different perception check. Whoever wants to roll a perception check to make sure everything is going well on your travels, go for it.
Ooh, I will do that as well.
Yeah, I'll just be sitting in the back, focusing on visualizing the changes I want to make.
Okay.
22.
22. While you guys are going through, chit-chatting, just, keeping an eye out as well, eventually, as you guys start making your way deeper into the forest, right before you get to, where it starts getting really thick, where you can still kind of see over the trees and the canopies, you can see that there is currently, and you can smell it immediately, you know what it smells like, but you do see a fire. Not like a campfire, like a wildfire that is currently happening kind of further into the forest. You immediately smell it. Volstagg, with your passive perception, you also immediately are like, huh, that's not right.
So is this fire burning in our direct path? Is it?
It's a little off the path, but
Okay.
not by much from what you can tell. If you're looking at it, if you kind of trace it down directly, it's maybe a little bit to your right.
Oh, well, I don't know how to fight fire. I don't know about you guys.
Aren't you made of fire?
Yeah, I can make it. I don't know how to not make it. I can't undo the fire that I make.
You can't, absorb the flames?
That's not how it works. No. I still get hurt by fire. Not as much, but still hurts. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could light another fire and then hope that the fires fight fire with fire. You know that old saying. That's all I can do.
Do we have any, water we can use?
I have a squirt stick.
That's genius.
That's salt water. That won't put out a fire.
Will it not? It's
Oh,
still,
I
it's
don't
still
think it'll
water.
create enough water to put out a fire.
We can certainly try.
Is it still in a time I could prepare a spell?
I would say go ahead and I'm trying to think. Roll a nature check, but with your wisdom, because I don't like how nature's intelligence.
Okay, so just what's my wisdom? How do I do that? Can I do that?
Just roll a wisdom check. Make it easier.
Oh, okay. That's an at 20.
With a nat 20, I'll let you restructure your spells. Yeah.
Okay.
With a nat 20, I mean, I was gonna let you if it was high enough, but with a nat 20, yeah, I'll let you go ahead and restructure your spells.
Okay, let me just.
But it's like you just kind of you're sitting there thinking about what you can do, and you kind of like reach into yourself and feel your druidic powers flowing through you, and you feel like you can tap into a small little piece of it for just a split second, allowing you to pull out some reserves.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess how close are we to the fire right now?
You sense that you would have to travel for like a minute and a half to get there.
Okay. I'll stop the horses and walk myself up there.
Okay, you're gonna run towards the fire.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance on him as he starts. I'm gonna try to stick with them.
It's like relatively like you would have to move quite a bit. Like it's not like right there on the outside. Like you can't see where the fire is stemming from. You'll have to like run in there for like a minute and a half, like at a sprint to get to where it is.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'll run up to when I get to close. Let's go about. Let me read this real quick. Within about 60 feet of fire.
With 60 feet of fire. Okay. As you begin to start making, you guys watch as Volstagg just books it towards the fire. You casted guidance on him before he left. What are you two doing as your friend just runs in towards a fire?
I'm gonna try to stick with them, and then as soon as he's getting close to it, I think within like, a minute or so of it, I'll cast guidance on him.
Okay. Sakura, what are you doing?
I'm just following them, not really sure of what's happening.
Okay, you eventually get up to within 60 feet. You can now see what's going on here is that there is a small house, not like a shack, like a full like house, but like a small house that is currently one side of it just ablaze. And you currently see a woman trying to put out this fire, has kind of looks nature-based. I mean, lives in this forest here, but you can see that there is a fire currently going on this abode right now.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just cast Tidal Wave.
Okay. You go ahead and cast Tidal Wave on it. So, could you read me what Tidal Wave does?
So you conjure a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. The area can be up to 30 feet long and up to 10 foot wide and up to 10 foot tall. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 4d8 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
Okay. Are you...
Ooh,
what are the odds? Okay, go ahead and...
That's not... Fuck this house up.
But
it won't be burning.
Roll me a d20. Just a standard d20, adding nothing. If it's 1 through 10, this woman is going to get hit with it.
It is 16.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, you miss her entirely. You go ahead, and I'm gonna need you, because I don't want to do it. I want you to have the privilege. I need you to describe to me what this looks like.
So as we run up on this house, I see it ablaze. I see the woman standing close to the flames, closer than I'd like. So I try with all my might to just direct this giant wave of water that comes. I guess it just comes out of the ground. I would say
there for just because I say so. There's like a pond, like a mini lake, like a pool, like an industrial pool sized pond that you kind of just pool all the water from.
So just pool this water, and it's just kind of in the air, and then I take my hands both back by my head and just shove them straight forward as the water crashes into the side of the house.
All right.
To extinguish the flame.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another d20. This is for the house. I'm not going to tell you because I want to keep it in my head because I want to see what happens here.
I got a 15.
15? The house looks a little worn, but honestly, what looks like it happens, you put the fire out easily. easy extinguish. But the pieces that were broken and kind of like burnt to a charcoal, the water, it's not sturdy enough to like hold. So like you kind of just like cave in some of the more burnt bits. But overall, the house maintains its integrity. And you watch as this woman, who was in a state of panic, eventually like is like washed away with happiness, and begins to approach you. And
Washed away.
yeah, she's dead.
Yeah.
Kay, would you like to introduce your character for me?
Yeah. So, my character, this is Feyfira Tritara. She is a scholar and beastmaster. She's also a ranger. She used to travel around and collect knowledge and fight monsters, and now she's settled in this little house. And she has an owl familiar.
Who eventually flutters over and is just like, hoo, 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 on the shoulder, as you see that these 3 individuals have just saved your house. One just pulling all the water reserve from your pond and splashing it all over your house, completely extinguishing all the fire. And so, yeah, that's what you see.
I was just, ta-da! Yeah, look at that. Hey, we really came up with that group name that they were talking about, because that would be really good right now to be like, hey, you just got saved by. I just kind of like huddled us together. Just kind of like saying this. Like,
yeah, you watch as they just like
really
huddle real quick.
It's like we really should come up with a team name for this, because like
We
that
really
was
do
cool.
need a name.
That was cool.
We do. Where are the horses?
Oh.
Now
It won't let me select my character, John.
Here, I'll help you out.
But I mean, like, I'm particular this one. I don't know. The tsunamis. I don't know. That sounds pretty cool, but
Fucking hell.
we
I just
can
gotta
work.
cock my head to the side and stare at you.
I mean, I don't know, because I mean, I'm fire anyway, so it doesn't. Really
Yeah, that would work.
could be ironic, but you know. All right, no, we'll think about it. We'll think.
Nice try.
Okay. So yeah, you see them, and so yeah, you see this elven woman who has just been saved by, not the name I'm gonna use there. I'm not gonna call you guys that just yet, but yeah. So that is now you're now face to face with them.
Oh, goodness. I think you came up and you did. I thought I was going to lose everything.
Oh, what happened? How did this start?
Oh, my friend here, she rubs the owl's stomach. He saw a field mouse and, kind of took off after it. I hadn't fed him breakfast yet because I was focusing on my studies. And he knocked over a torch outside, and yeah, you saw what happened after.
You little animals. Well, I'm glad that we were passing through when we did. Do you need any more help? Or are you okay?
I wasn't hurt. Neil was my little friend here.
Okay, good. Because I
Slight burn on
am-
my hands trying to put it out when it first started, but it's not bad.
No, well, I'll come up and I'm just going to cast a level 1 cure wounds just in case. Just I'm a man of the Dawn Father. Fire is kind of my thing, but apparently my friends are better at putting it out than I am. But I'm glad that where are our manners? I am Scald, and these are my friends.
I'm
Not one
full
bite.
stack.
I'm Sakado.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Feyfira, but my friends call me Fey.
Nice to meet you, Faye. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about your house. It took a little damage, it looks like, from the water.
Oh, well, it's easy enough to be fixed. I don't have much else to do.
What exactly were you studying?
Unless... Oh, I was just looking through. I like to write stories, mostly about my travels, but sometimes people pass by to stop for a rest and tell me their stories. I was working on one of a guy that just passed through. And Hootie over here just kind of, his tummy got the best of him.
Hootie, is there a blowfish nearby? Sorry, that was a Craig joke.
The fucking tension there was terrible. That was so good. Oh my god, that was great.
Oh boy.
I was very young when I named him, so yeah, it kind of stuck.
It's adorable. He's a good owl, other than almost burning your house down, it appears.
Yes, he can be clumsy at times, but so can I. I'm super steady with a bow, but...
Well, we're heading up to Volstagg home. We're heading up there, but if you need help repairing anything, we are more than willing to help, I'm sure.
Especially since I feel like I may have caused more damage with my water than what the fire was causing.
At least the flames have stopped consuming. I don't think there's any of my scrolls or books damaged inside. It's mostly cosmetic on the outside. There's very thick thick walls.
They might be waterlogged now, but you know.
I mean,
no, we're.
If you would like to offer to help me gather wood for rebuilding, I wouldn't be objective.
Of course. I think we should probably go grab our horses real quick, though.
Yes, they were probably spooked by the fire.
Yeah, and I just quickly sprint off towards the horses.
All right, you go ahead. The horses and the cart are fine. You go ahead and you, for the sake of everything, I'm not going to make you roll for like animal handling or anything. You go ahead and you just slowly drive the cart through, and you go ahead and you park it right in front of the empty pond that is no longer a pond, and you go ahead and you park it out. Go ahead and whoever wants to, just as a collective, make a survival check for me.
Oh, I'm very proficient. I got 18.
Let the nature boy.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
With an 18, and of course with Faye's assistance, you guys are able to collect a hefty chunk of wood, and some stones for detailing, and some leaves for thatching on the roof and whatnot. And as a collective, over time, it was about it was relatively early in the morning, probably like noon, very early still in the day. And you guys, with an 18, you go ahead and you start beginning the inner workings of remastering this house. You don't go, it's not like you finish it or anything, but you start patching some of the holes. You start fixing some of the burnt edges and trying to make it look a little bit more pleasing. Start mopping the water out of the inside. Just stuff like that. And eventually, after a hard day's work, while it's not perfect and it'll still need some working over a while, it is patched, sealed. It is well ventilated. Not like any major holes that are letting air in and out unwarranted. You do a pretty nice job, actually, getting it all patched up together, and it is now turning into dusk.
Oh, again, thank you guys. I'm very blessed that you traveled by when you did.
I mean,
For the inventory, no books were damaged, luckily.
I'd love
That's
to hear
good.
that. Well, I think we need to start heading back, but I guess
You by chance know about the shortcut to get to the town?
I did not know. Did you guys know there was a shortcut?
I did not.
No.
Volstagg, this is like your home area. How did you not know there was a shortcut to your town?
I'm from up north. We're not going to my hometown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like,
No.
there's a shortcut. In the woods behind my house here. It cuts a lot of time off your travel. If you're in a hurry and would like a guide, I wouldn't mind.
Of course. We
Uh,
always could use
Quick, settle. So, yeah, I mean, I don't see why not, but like, I mean, we're all cool with that. The dynamic here has been pretty good recently. I mean, do we add a female to the mix?
Well, it won't be any trouble, I promise.
Oh no, oh, you can hear us?
She peeks over. She peeks over into the huddle.
She has very good elf ears.
I didn't mean it personally. We just
Very
got like
proficient with a bow.
we've
I
got like
haven't left this
one
area
heartbeat
so
going right.
long.
Like we're like a herd of elk. But I
It's the least
Alright.
I can do to repay you.
He has an
Yeah.
owl. I like her.
okay, all right. I think that we're obviously in agreement. Yes, we love your help.
Sure. Yeah, let's go.
and
Do I
s-
get any malicious vibes?
Yeah,
from
I was
her?
gonna run down that right now. So we'll run down the list. So Volstagg, with your passive perception being as high as it is, you don't sense any like tonal changes or anything that would imply, lying or maybe trying to lie through like things or hide the truth or maybe fabricate a little bit. It all seems genuine, especially her thanks for helping with the fire and with helping, patch up the home. It all seems genuine. At just even, I mean, I would say at like a surface level, but you can see like right through that without even having to make a check. It seems fine. Scald, go ahead and make an insight check for me, and Sakuro, you as well.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do either way.
Honestly, with advantage for you, Sakuro, if you can.
Well,
there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Insight. Not much point in rolling again because that was a 19. Yep. Okay, 19.
We'll start with Sakuro because, oh boy, Scalds is funny.
Yeah, I was laughing at his.
So Sakuro, at first you were very weary. You noticed right away that she is a wood elf, and that kind of made you not feel great. But after really like looking around, like you're not really that close to where your home is. You were shocked to see somebody that far away from home when you did, in the person who made that deal with you. But after like being wary and building the house and keeping an eye on her, she doesn't seem. I mean, you could have a conversation, but from just looking at this and getting a glance, there's no threat here for you. So you're okay. Scald, with a natural 1, an 8 total. I'll let you decide how you feel about this. Actually,
So, yeah, like my passive insight, like I'm usually very good at just like reading somebody on just like a passing thing, which I thought, at first I was like, okay, there could be something, but then the day goes on, I just fall in love with her charm, and I think that she is just the sweetest little thing.
you can't. You're like, how could this sweet elf with an owl be any danger to us?
But like my initial thought was is she linked to Sakudo in some way?
Okay.
But then that thought just goes away
Okay.
over time.
And so she has won you all over with her charm. And so you guys are all still huddled, and she's kind of just like, chilling out. And you can make your
Twirling
decision.
her hair in her finger, just waiting.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we just bed down for the night and then let her show us this shortcut, I guess.
Okay.
I have extra bunks upstairs if you're interested.
Bunks sound great. Actual beds, sure.
All right. You go ahead and you make your way through the house. You've been in it already, patching stuff up. But you guys go ahead, do you prepare a meal of some kind, or are you guys, working on rations still?
I'd probably just eat my rations unless something else was presented to
I guess
me.
that's up to Faye. Do you cook a meal for these gentlemen, or do you let them, to leave them to their own devices?
I insist you join me for dinner. I already had it all laid out before I got distracted with my story.
Surely
Fresh
you only
fish,
have enough for
fresh
one.
baked veggies picked fresh from my garden. Does that sound good for dinner?
Yeah.
Yes.
I always cook plenty because I always wait for my brother to come back by. He visits every once in a while.
Just quick question. Where does your
Yes.
brother go to?
He still travels around a bit, just here and there. He doesn't really tell me much. He wants to spare me details of, monster fights and stuff. He thinks me fragile.
Okay. Seems like a caring brother.
He helped me build my house and collect all this paper and books for my stories, so he takes care of me.
Nice.
Hopefully we can meet him someday.
I sure hope so. It's been a few days since he's been back. I'm slightly worried, but sometimes his travels do take him longer.
Well, let's get inside and eat before your dinner gets cold on you.
I will gather more. I will gather more plates and set some places.
Appreciated.
And over time, you go ahead and eat a beautiful dinner created by Faye herself. It is delicious, very home-cooked feel, because it was. And it fills your stomachs up nice and good, and you guys go ahead and head upstairs where there are some bunks laid out that you can go ahead and start getting into, and you watch as Faye, eventually will bed down in her own room, and it's just the three of you upstairs to your own devices for the night. So if you guys want to talk about something before you go to bed, or just head to bed, it's entirely up to you.
Just turn to them and sitting down, just and I don't know how to describe the pause, but like a thinking pause.
Okay.
Like a pause, and I'm just like, right. We need a name. Has anyone got any ideas yet?
No, I mean, if you can pull that tsunami off all the time, man, the tidal wave, I really do think that's a solid name. No, I mean, I don't know. I was hoping we would it would just come to us where we would slay this specific monster and be like, there they go, the Wyvern 3.
We could be the Camel Whisperers.
My God, that is
Would
a
that-
beautiful name.
With that, I don't know if that would exactly. So okay, I'm trying to think of a name. Like we go into a battle. All right. Well, you just messed with the Camel Whisperers. I don't know if we're exactly striking fear into anybody.
That's fair.
How about Serpent Slayers?
How about
We killed any snakes?
the Serpent Squad?
Squad
makes it
seems
sound
a bit
like snakes.
childish.
Squad is childish. You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like it, but I didn't like it as soon as it came out of my mouth. How about Daylight Comes, or like something Daylight, the Light Bringers, the
Daylight Breakers?
Daylight Breakers, Breaking Daylight. Yes, I like something. Burning Daylight.
Well, just light breakers.
Light Breakers.
Ooh. Light
Okay.
Breakers.
I like it.
It's simple, but Also,
emanates a sense of
intimidating.
heroics.
Right.
Yes.
Right. The light breakers.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Well, light breakers. I will let us get some sleep. And we have a long day ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
Alrighty, and with that, each of you begin to slowly drift off to your own sleeps and meditative meditative states. Holy shit. Same for you, Faye, with a gentle warmth in your chest as you've met new friends. You've always enjoyed having travelers come through, and these travelers are different. Whilst you don't necessarily understand why, they've saved your home, and you're thankful for that, but there's something else behind them that you just like. And with that, all of you begin to slowly drift into unconsciousness. And we'll have to see where the light breakers and Faye's tale continues in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout out to Kay for being here. It's awesome to have you. We'll definitely see you back next time because the story is not done. So stay tuned for that, you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, you guys have a name. Oh my god.
Yes!
It only took us 20 episodes.
It only took 20 episodes, but holy shit, and it's great. The Light Breakers.
Let's
I
go.
like it.
It's a good name, actually. I'm really happy with that name. You
I
guys
wonder
are
what that
great.
would be in like Elvish if it would sound really cool.
Probably just translate it through Latin. I would think Elvish is pretty similar to Latin. But we could talk about that more later. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys had fun. No combat this time around, but lots of good role play moments. That it's what D&D's about, just being with friends. So yeah, go ahead.
Best
Everybody's links in the description. I'll even, I know she doesn't really do Twitch much anymore, but I'll link Kay's Twitch down below if she ever goes live. You can go ahead and give her a follow.
I'm going to start back.
There you go. There you
oh,
go.
there we
Boom.
go.
There you go. So I'll put that down in the description. Go ahead and check her out. She's great. We love her to pieces. And we're just going to have to see what Faye does next. So with that, you guys, thank you so much. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Squad 6.